We got to start with the home run swing off, right, AJ? First time we ever saw it. It was implemented in 2022 from the CBA when they were like, yeah, we don't want to go into extra innings and we won't have arms left and it'll just get ugly. So let's do a swing off and see what happens. What happened was a really entertaining product.
I'll tell you what they should do. They might want to think about doing this in all the regular season games. It was pretty awesome. Listen, people loved it. Every person I talked to at first was like, this is kind of weird. And then after it happened, they changed their mind. Like my 18-year-old son was like, when I saw it, I was like, what are they doing? And then after I watched it, he was like, that was really awesome. Now it would have been cool to have Shohei and Judge and some other people in it, but I understand they were already gone. But listen, man, it was still pretty entertaining. And Schwarber got an MVP out of it and didn't get any hits in the game. He took 3 swings and was MVP.
The bullpen catcher that came in, he couldn't have been more juiced. He knows his paycheck's going up too if the National League wins. But yeah, I love the end of it. I would absolutely warn everybody to not look for it in the regular season. It's not going to happen. This isn't travel ball. Sorry.
Hold up.
It'd be cool though. It'd be cool. Think about this: a regular season game. If it goes past, like, let's say the 11th inning, okay, give them 2 innings to try and score. After the 11th inning, it's Padres, Dodgers, and you get Shohei, Freddie, and Teoscar versus Tatis, Manny, and Jackson Merrill. You wouldn't want to see that? I'd want to see that. I'd be praying.
I didn't say I wouldn't want to see it. It's not going to happen. You're not going to take that away. You've already shortened the games. We're just going to have an exhibition. We're just going to have, some dudes come out and just try to hit dingers. You want to see guys hit dingers? Open the gates a little extra early and let everybody in to watch BP.
That's not the same. This was fun.
You want to know how to make it happen? These homers count on their all-time home run total and their season score. Every player would be like, I want in. Every single player would be begging to do that. Trust me. But yeah, I thought it was awesome. I loved it. The home run derby, a lot more people now like the home run derby almost as much as the All-Star game, if not more. So to add a home run derby to the All-Star game as an exhibition, why not do this every 3rd inning? And you can add points and bonus balls, and we can make this really crazy.
Well, all right. Let's try and find something realistic here. So 2 questions, AJ. 1, do you think it will ever be considered, and I'm totally on board with you, the 12th inning is the spot. Give them 2 innings to figure it out in extras. Otherwise, go to the Derby rules in the regular season, not in the postseason. And 2, would you do it if you were commissioner?
Why not? If it makes the game more entertaining, it makes people stay till the end, and players are for it, why would you not at least look into it? I mean, I know it's a little bit crazy, it's a little bit out there, but I think it's a fun idea. I mean, it got the excitement back. More people were talking about the end of the All-Star game than they were talking about Skeens versus Skubal and all the other stuff. Everyone's like, oh, that home run derby thing at the end was kind of cool. I don't know. If you do that, maybe you water it down if you do it too much. But, I mean, I'd love to see Phillies, Mets, and you get Harper, Schwarber, and whoever the third is, Trey Turner, whoever you want to pick, Bohm, JT against Alonso, Lindor, and Soto. I mean, are you kidding me? In the playoffs, to go to the Game 7 in the playoffs, maybe, to go to the World Series? Like, yes. This would be awesome. Epic. And then they miss like they do in penalty kicks in soccer. And then they're like, oh, this guy can't handle the pressure.
Oh, and if a fan catches it, it doesn't count. It's an out. And then we could have like somebody running around the outfield, just one person running around the outfield. If they catch it on your own team, then you get an extra swing. Oh, man, we could just do so many cool things. No, I would not consider it. No, we're going to negotiations. All these negotiations, not one side is going to be willing to be like, yeah, I'll give up something for this. No. And if I was commissioner, no.
Okay, do I think it'll happen? No. Yeah, you're no fun, Kratz. Also, AJ, he's taking it too far. He's starting to list banana ball rules and try and belittle our sport. We do the Manfred man at second base in extra innings, and everyone's surviving. We do the pitch clock, and everyone's surviving. We're going to do the challenge system, which we'll talk about in a sec, and everyone is surviving.
Great. By the way, that was great. It made my bet hit too, but it was great. How fast was it? It was like quick. But 4 out of 5 they got wrong or right or however you want, or changed.
Yeah.
But it was quick, right? Skubal and Raleigh in the first inning were like, And in like 10 seconds, here comes the ball, and the crowd's like, yeah! And Scooble's laughing like, yeah! I mean, I thought it was pretty good.
3 out of 4 were overturned. So 10, 12 seconds, you challenge, and you find out that the ump's wrong. Sign me up. Scooble said he wasn't going to do it.
No, Raleigh did.
Raleigh did it for him.
Raleigh did, yeah.
And they were right. The only one that was wrong was in the 8th inning. Was it Stowers?
Somebody did it, and it was like an inch, 1.3 inches low. I forget who did it. It was a hitter. It was kind of early in the game, and they did it, and it was like this. It was like way low. It was lower than Brent Rooker lost the home run derby by. That's how much it was low.
Good analogy.
Stowers was the one in the 8th inning who got it wrong. Stowers was also the one who participated in the swing off, who legitimately thought he was being punked and that they were kind of rookie hazing him or first year all-star hazing him and saying, oh, you're going to be in this home run derby swing off. Go get ready. And he's like, stop. I'm not doing that. I'm not falling for that. And they're like, no, seriously. And then he sees the 2 managers start to meet up and he's like, oh crap, they're being serious. But anyway.
By the way, we're talking about this. A lot of the players didn't even know this was a thing. They didn't even know about it. It's in the CBA. That's kind of weird to me that nobody knew about this. So, by the way, somebody, I think Kratz, wished for a tie game. He got his wish. And by the way, also it was kind of weird because nobody won their bet on that because it was a tie.
No.
Not true. Certain company did not pay out.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a money line winner.
Not on a certain company. It was not. They did not pay out.
Hey, have you heard of Built? No? Do you pay rent? Yes? Okay, good. Let's talk. There's no cost to join, and just by paying rent, you unlock flexible points that can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, your next Lyft ride, and much more. When you pay rent through Built, you unlock 2 powerful benefits. First, you earn one of the industry's most valuable points on rent every month. No matter where you live or where your landlord is, your rent now works for you, and you gain access to exclusive neighborhood benefits in your city. Built's neighborhood benefits are things like extra points on dining out, complimentary post-workout shakes, and much more. Unique experiences that only Built members can access. And when you're ready to travel, Built points can be converted to your favorite miles and hotel points around the world, meaning your rent can literally take you places. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, what are you waiting for? Start paying rent through Built and take advantage of your neighborhood benefits by going to joinbuilt.com/foul. That's joinbilt.com/FOUL. Make sure to use our URL so that they know we sent you. Why did Jonathan Aranda get swings with his 11 home runs on the season and not Bobby Witt, who was like, ooh, pick me. I would love to do this. He said if he was asked, he would have been in. Buxton was also still in the game. And you could pick anyone. I get managers saying, hey, I want someone that's in the game, that's hot right now, right? They're still involved. They didn't go to the clubhouse and cool down and shower and whatever else. Fine. But Kratz, we had 2 much better power options than Jonathan Aranda, who I love. Great season for him. That is the wrong guy. That's one of the worst guys to select to be in a derby at that moment. It's not like I know him and his BP, but I don't think Aaron Boone knew him and his BP that well either. I would go with Bobby Witt Jr. or Byron Buxton in those spots. I'm very confused as to what happened there. Buxton, we didn't hear from specifically to that. Witt literally said, if asked, I would have said yes. What the heck happened?
Ryan O'Hearn, I saw him back out on the field. He was out on the field during the derby. He would have been a good option. No idea what happened. No idea. And that's going to have to be a Boone thing. Like maybe Boone didn't know about it and he had to make a last minute decision. And Aranda was coming in off the field and he's like, yeah, sure. Go for it. Or he was the one that had his batting gloves. I don't know. I have no idea how you miss on Bobby Witt or Byron Buxton. 2 guys that were still in there.
Jazz Chisholm could have been in it again. He could have used his home run swing instead of his single swing in this to win the game.
His game swing. His game swing.
No, his game swing. He could have used his home run swing instead of his game swing. Mm-hmm. And then if he didn't do well, he could have said other things, which we're not going to get into because it's giving him, a
lot of weird attention. But Schwarber beat him with his 3 swings. Right? What did Jazz have? 3? So did they tie? Yeah. So they tied. Schwarber got 3 swings and got to his mark.
How good, by the way, how good is he? Can we? We're all talking about this, and we're But how good is Kyle Schwarber? He's homered in everything at this point. World Series, All-Star games, WBC finals. I mean, he didn't even not hit a home run in this swing-off thing. How good is Kyle Schwarber? If you had one swing on your life for a guy to hit a home run, are you taking Kyle Schwarber over anybody else in Major League Baseball?
I mean, it's Pete and Schwarber right now, I think. Obviously, what Cal Raleigh did was pretty awesome. Like, you can't discount that. If it's this year, maybe it's Cal Raleigh. But over the history of their careers, Schwarber and Pete are upper echelon home run hitters. When you talk about guys like, oh, man, he hit one just as far as Kyle Schwarber or Pete Alonso, those dudes are built different.
I agree. And, yeah, Alonso would have had a chance if the AL put up more of a fight, but they didn't need him. Pete was getting ready. He's like, now I know what it's like for that dry hump for closers where they get all ready to go and then the game gets out of hand and you don't get used. He's like, I was getting all warmed up and ready. Back to the challenges.
By the way, I got Pete. So I saw Pete everywhere. Pete at one point looks at me and goes, are you stalking me? Because everywhere I went, home run derby on the field, we ran into each other, we chatted. Red carpet. We went to the Nike thing together. He was there, and it was like Pete finally looks at me and goes, "Do you have my schedule, or are you stalking me?" And I'm like, "Pete, I'm older than you, so you're stop following me."
Mm-hmm.
Or you guys are just BFF foul territory bros,
magnetized to each other. Mm-hmm. Love, true love.
Pete loves foul territory, and foul territory loves some Pete. He's got great answers to interviews too. Hey, for the challenge system, Manfred and Tony Clark did address it. Tony Clark said some players are worried about the half inch and that, like you mentioned, AJ, there's going to be a call that's so close and should have a little bit of a buffer zone to it. And he brought that up, the head of the union, and said, we haven't even started talking about the strike zone itself. How's that going to necessarily be measured? And Manfred said, I don't believe that technology supports the notion that you need a buffer zone to get into the idea that there's something that is not a strike that you're going to call a strike in a review system. I don't know why I would want to do that. Whose side are you on?
I don't understand the buffer zone thingy. I don't get it. Like, a buffer zone? What are we talking about? Half inch buffer zone?
Well, we have that right now, right? We have the buffer zone that MLB didn't tell anyone about before the season started because it shrunk. But for technology, you can't do that. I think it's just, here's the strike zone. It's in or it's out. If a team happens to go with a close call, that's their call. They might get it right. They might get it wrong. You're trying to get rid of the obvious stuff, especially early on. If you want to take that risk early on in a game, take that risk. You only get 2. It sounds like that's what they're going to roll with for next year. So you're going to have to be careful. If you're worried late in a game, it's the 9th inning and you still have one and it got close and you call it and you use it, well, you saved it. I don't know. For me, AJ, I'm on the league side with this one. The strike zone is the strike zone. Don't start telling the robotic ABS system.
That's what I don't understand.
Let's put some buffers in here just in case it gets too close. They're saying because the instant replay has that where it gets too ticky tack with some of the calls, and I'm like, but that's what it is. You're either on the base or you're not.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't understand. Like, if the technology is so good, why can we not just have the strike zone and it's in the zone or it's not in the zone? I mean, I'm telling you, you guys were at the game. I was watching the game on TV. When they did the ABS, people were genuinely in the crowd. Were into it. People were into it, and it's a good thing. Now, I'm not for the full robotic, but twice a game, it keeps the umpires locked into the game for all 9 innings, and it keeps the fans engaged with for 9 innings. Because, hey, there could be a guy that goes like this. And then the strategy of it all is going to be fascinating, because I talked to some people there at the All-Star game about it, and they were like, yeah, we got to make some decisions if they put this in next year. Who's allowed to challenge? Who's not allowed to challenge? What are we going to do if this happens? So I think it's going to be fascinating. It just adds more strategy and more stuff to talk about.